This one is a mysterious case about Chandler Halderson is the guy's name, and how Snapchat actually helped discover a murder. You guys heard that right. Snapchat, the app, you know?
I believe it, though. I feel like a lot. But I feel like there's a lot of those cases, though.
Like social media helps in a way.
Media, yeah, for sure.
This one, Snapchat, it was used to help find it, but like accidentally almost.
Okay.
But I'm getting to the story. So Chandler Halderson, he was a young man living in Wisconsin with his parents, Bart and Krista, along with his brother Mitchell. And Chandler was a normal person. He was nice and polite. Never had any problems with anybody or anything at all. So never problematic, never showed anything weird. He was just like a normal person. Now, once graduating high school, he had started working part-time at an insurance company. Mm-hmm. And he also started attending Madison University, which is a university out in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And that's what he told his parents. His plan was, he's attending a university now and he's working part-time at an insurance company. And that's what his parents know about him. Now, during all this, those were lies. All that was lies. He wasn't doing any of that. Oh, shit. So his father, Bart, he started gaining suspicion and would ask him, how's school going? Is it possible I can see your transcripts, your grades, just to see, And Chandler would tell him, yeah, hold on, give me a bit and I'll give you the information. And during this time, Chandler would make fake Google accounts and do whatever he can to make it look like his dad was talking to the actual university. You know what I'm saying? Like fake emails and stuff like this to make it seem like Chandler would be like, here's the emails, you can contact my school, ask him for anything. And the dad would do it. The dad, Bart, he would do it, talk to the schools, but it was actually Chandler using fake accounts the whole time. So then...
Okay, I get it now.
That's what it was. So time goes by. During this, a little time goes by. He starts dating this girl. He also tells his parents that he's done with college. So for a few years have passed by. He tells his parents, hey, I finished college and I got hired to work at SpaceX down in Florida.
Damn, what the fuck?
And that's what he tells them. And obviously, this is all lies. These are still lies that's happening. So
he graduated. Couldn't the parents be like, okay, what the fuck, graduation?
Yeah, like, where'd the graduation go? But I guess, like... yes, I don't know. They didn't really ask for it. Damn, okay. Which is one thing I want to say. I'm not trying to be racist here or anything at all. But that's one thing I've noticed with like white people, Americans, I'm not trying to be racist, like I said, at all. But I've noticed going to other people's graduations that white people, like their family don't really go to their graduations in college. Really? Like I've noticed, like for us Mexicans, like it's such a big deal. It's such a big deal to go to a graduation. Sure. 1,000,000%. Like you're getting the whole family going, 50 plus people. Yeah. Or in colored people in general, I guess you could say as well. But for, white people, like you don't really see that much, Maybe like whoever's graduating, maybe their girlfriend shows up, maybe their boyfriend shows up for a graduation. But that's it. Yeah. Like it's, I don't know why. Like unusual. Like I said, not trying to be racist or nothing, but that's what I've noticed. So Chandler, he even convinces his girlfriend to move down to Florida with him as well. Obviously, they've been dating for a few years now, so she says yes. And at this time, he fakes an accident that he supposedly fell down some stairs and damaged his spine, his neck. And because of that, he even went to the doctors saying that his back was hurting, his neck was hurting really bad. The doctors, did like scans, tests on him, x-rays, like, hey, there's nothing really wrong with you. And then he would keep complaining like, oh, it hurts. So the doctors, they would just give him like a neck brace, basically, just a neck brace. Yeah. So I guess it was all in plan to try and, I don't know, help him fake his fake accident, I guess. Because of that, this delays his move down to Florida to go to SpaceX and work over there. And his parents are, because of the accident, well, his parents think it was a real accident. They're taking care of him. They're driving him around and all this stuff. He's like living nice because, he got hurt supposedly. So his parents are obviously going to take care of him now. His dad during this time gets even more suspicious again. And it's to the point where he decides to contact the university just in case. But he looks it up himself. He goes on the website. He looks it up himself. Not using the emails that he was sent from Chandler. So he goes, checks, just to make sure that, he graduated and nothing's getting in the way of him getting a good job at least. And that's when the university gets back into contact with the father and tells him the last time Chandler attended class was in 2019. and he had failed all his classes at the time. So it's been years since he was even in class.
Yeah.
So he didn't graduate. It's been years, and he failed all his classes the last time he was there. His dad then texts Chandler saying, "I spoke with the university. I'm ready when you are." Like saying, "Hey, like I actually spoke to them. Yeah. I know you didn't go."
Bro, that text must be terrifying.
It must be, bro, getting that shit.
Yeah, you're from your dad.
Yeah. It's like when you get that report card at home, and they're like,
"Bro, I know."
And you're like, fuck, bro. That feeling,
bro. Because my dad would get pissed even if I had one bad grade.
Yeah, like 1D, you know.
And one time I did have like a D or an F, I think. It was one class too out of all of them.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I knew the day the report card would get home.
Yeah.
I tried to stall out so much time. I went to the mall after school, do something, bro. But
then once you get home, it was done for, bro. He's waiting there with the fucking mail in his hand.
I know, he's like, "What is this shit?" I'm all.
You're like, "Oh, fuck."
But it's funny because you're like, "What are you supposed to say to what is this?"
Yeah, like, yo, everyone felt that class. The teacher's just bad. That shit is cloudy, bro.
So, my response was like, "I don't know," and then that would have pissed him off more.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Me, you don't know.
Like, you go to school for this? I work all day for this.
I know.
I'm gonna take this out because it's gonna traumatize a lot of us, low key. But yeah, bro, that shit, that shit was scary as fuck.
That's funny as fuck.
But imagine that. Imagine you so on graduated college, and now your dad finds out about this,
dude.
Like, hey, I spoke to the school.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah.
Like, to talk about everything. Mm-hmm. That shit must be terrifying, bro.
Dude, I know.
But so he sends that text and everything, and he's expecting to like get the truth, finally to talk about everything that's been happening, or his lies, I guess. After that, the father is never heard from again.
Damn, what the fuck?
Just randomly, the father is never heard from. What the fuck? Like, just disappears almost. A little bit later, Chandler then calls his mother saying, "Can you bring soda on your way back home?" And he also says, "Don't even bother calling dad, like his phone is dead and everything, but he's okay. He's over here at the house." So his mom goes, gets the soda. She arrives home, and same thing, is never heard from again.
Yeah.
The mom is never heard from again. The dad is never heard from again. Days go by, and a coworker of Krista, the mother, notices that she didn't come into work, and she usually always goes to work, rarely calls out, and when she does call, like, "Hey, I won't make it today." And they noticed that was weird, so the specific coworker decides after work to go check on her and the family. Goes to the house, and when he goes to the house, he notices that the cars are all still there. Her car and Bart's car, the father, both of their cars are in the driveway. So he knocks on the door. Chandler answers, and he asks, "Where's his parents? Like, are his parents home?" And Chandler responds was like, "Oh, they went on a vacation out to the lake house, so they'll probably be gone for a bit." The coworker's like, "Oh yeah, like it's 4th of July weekend right now, so a lot of people, they go on like little vacation type thing, during this time." And so that happens. The coworker, nothing. Some days go by again. It's after the weekend now. 4th of July has passed, and the coworker notices again that Krista didn't come into work again. And the same thing, didn't even call in either. So gets really suspicious about this, goes back to Chandler, like says, "Hey, are your parents home?" Chandler responds like, "No, they haven't made it back yet." And the coworker's like, "You should probably file a police report, because this is unusual." So Chandler calls the police and files a report that they had gone missing. He even goes around his neighborhood asking, like, "Have you seen my parents? Have you seen my parents?" Chandler's just asking around, knocking every door. And there's even like footage of this through neighbors' Ring doorbells. Mm-hmm. There's like footage of him going up, knocking, be like, "Hey, have you seen my parents? Like, they haven't come back home. They might be missing." All that. Police grow suspicious just because it's such a weird, unusual case right now with everything going on. So a little after, a farmer that lived nearby Chandler and all this neighborhood and everything, they go up to the police saying that Chandler was near his property just recently. Unusual. Chandler has like no reason to be near this farmer's property at all. So they think it's weird. Investigators take a look around the farm to see if there's anything wrong, maybe, because he was there. So it's just unusual for it. And they ended up finding, the investigators ended up finding the father's torso under a tree, just like almost half digging up. And it was just the torso, nothing else, no other body parts.
Damn.
Just underneath the tree.
Yeah.
And around this area also, they found weapons, like saws that were used to cut him, like dismember him basically.
Yeah.
That were used to dismember him. And those were all around. They were still bloody. DNA tests were confirming that it was the father's like blood and everything. So the father dismembered, cut up. Some of his parts were found, not all of them. Now they're really suspicious. Now they know it's Chandler's. He did something. And at this point, they can't find nothing about the mother, though. They can't find nothing about him, which is weird. And it's confusing the investigators. Neighbors remember seeing Chandler's home chimney on as well. So his chimney is on with the smoke coming out. Now, remind you, it's summer. It's July. There's no reason to have a chimney on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's hot already. Why do you need a chimney for? It's just going to get more hot inside the house. So investigators decide to take a look inside the chimney, and they find fragments of bone inside the chimney. Tiny fragments all around scattered, along with like the wood that's been burnt and everything. And same thing, they match the DNA, they test it, and they see that it's the father's bones. Still same thing, nothing with the mother though. But they find that's the rest of the father's bones in there. One night after his parents had gone missing, Chandler tells his girlfriend to bring a lot of ice over for his ice chest, because in the basement they have an ice chest, huge ice chest. She doesn't suspect anything of it, you know, because it's just like the night after. She hadn't known like what's been going on or anything. Yeah. So she spends the night as well, and the morning after, Chandler rushes her out of the house. Like, hey, you gotta leave, you gotta leave, you gotta leave. Like, rushes her. She gets out, and she thinks that's suspicious. Now, for a different reason, though, because now she thinks that he might be cheating on her. Oh, okay. And during this time, they've had each other's location on Snapchat. Okay. So they can see where they both go all times, you know, on Snapchat, because they have their location. And she thinks she's being cheated on, so she's watching his location after that, after she got rushed out of the house. And she notices that he ends up at the Wisconsin River, like a few 20, 30 minutes away. Wisconsin River is so random. Why is he at the river? Why did he rush me out just to go to a river afterwards? Yeah. As she's being investigated, because obviously she's a girlfriend, the cops decide to take her phone just to see if they can find anything. Like maybe he texted her like, hey, I killed my parents. I'm going to put this here and all that stuff, you know? So they're looking through her phone, and obviously Chandler told her about nothing. But they found a screenshot of Chandler at the Wisconsin River of his location, as I said, on Snapchat. And she screenshotted it just to show him, like later on, like, hey, are you cheating on me? Like, why were you here? Yeah. And so the cops use that information. They head over to the Wisconsin River, and at the river, they end up finding the mother. Her body was at the river. Yeah. That's why he was there. Damn. Now, obviously, the cops find the body. They find, obviously, the dad's dismembered body and everything. And Chandler gets arrested because of all this for murder of his parents. He gets trialed in court where he was charged with first-degree murder, homicide, hiding corpses, and providing false information. And they sentenced him with life in prison. That was his sentencing. And his entire motive of doing these crimes were later found out that it was just fear of his parents finding out about his lies. That's the only reason. Damn, bro. That's the only reason. And yeah, to this day, Chandler is in prison right now, sentence of life. Parents have been murdered. And his other brother, Mitchell, which wasn't there for all of that, now he has a brother in jail and no parents at all now. Yeah. Crazy as hell. Damn. Crazy. Fuck, bro. Yeah.
Just because he lied?
Just because he lied. He did all that because of the fear of getting caught. And obviously, you know, we just saw it, bro. We just saw it. Like, he was scared of that.
He was scared as fuck.
Yeah, to a point where he did all of that, bro. And that's the case of Chandler Halderson, bro.
Yeah. He could just been like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
His parents would have forgave him, obviously.
Yeah, they would have, you know.
Eventually.
They would be mad at first. Would take a little bit.
Yeah. But, dude, that's actually insane.
I know.
Because then you're living with more fear of getting caught in that.
Exactly. Which is just so insane in general, bro. Like, damn, the amount of panic, like, going through him and everything, for him to do that, it just sounds so crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, how are you gonna murder your parents?
Yeah, bro.
For the fact that you lied about graduating school and about a job and all that. Which, I don't know. It's just insane, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy case. I was listening to it, reading it, and I was like, damn, bro. Like, it was one of those, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, people.
Damn.
People get like that, you know?
I guess so.
People get
Holy
like that.
shit, that's crazy.
That shit wild,
To
bro.
the point murdering your own parents, though, bro?
Yeah. I know. It's what's insane.
How can you do that?
I don't know.